Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about Tableau integration with R. First, let's understand what is R, Rstudio, and why would we want to integrate Tableau with R. What is R? R is an open source programming language and a software environment for statistical computing and graphics. R is a language which is widely used among statisticians and data miners. If some of you are aware of R, you know that R, we can do a bit of data visualization in R. Now, when data visualization can be done in R, why is there a need of integrating it with Tableau? That is because, as we are aware of, Tableau is quite rich in visualization, and the interactivity that we get in Tableau is quite user friendly. That is the reason we would want to do integration on R, do some of the complex calculations that are not quite possible in Tableau. We can pass them from Tableau to our platform, get the calculation done on R, and then Tableau fetches back the result in Tableau interface as a form of table calculation, and it gives us the flexibility of the visualization that we always get. That is the beauty when you would integrate your Tableau to R. What is RStudio? RStudio is a free open source IDE for R. RStudio is available in two editions. You have RStudio Desktop, where the program is run locally as a regular desktop application, and then you have RStudio Server, which allows accessing RStudio using a web browser while it is running on a remote Linux server. So, to integrate your Tableau to R, you need both R and RStudio in your system. Along with that, if you have any workbook that you're sharing in Tableau server that has R integrated calculations, you need to have R server integrated in your Tableau server as well. Now, these are the two links that you can download your R and RStudio from. I have added these in the comment in the description box below. You can go ahead and use this link to download R and RStudio. Now, let's move ahead into Tableau and integrate our RStudio to Tableau and do some calculations there and see what is the end result. The first thing that we have to keep in mind before we integrate our Tableau to RStudio is the RStudio should be up and running. The second thing is we need to install our surf package so that Tableau integrates to RStudio seamlessly and we have a perfect calculation. This is my RStudio, and just to be sure that my RStudio is running, I can just go ahead and do a very simple calculation just to check that my RStudio is running. As you can see, just below down here, I can see the result of my calculation. This affirms that my RStudio is running. Now let's move ahead and do and install the rserve package that we require. For that, we have to run a simple command of install. And as you go ahead typing the command, you will get a prompt. And I'm going to use these. So install package, and in double quote, I'm going to write the name of the package that I want to install. This is rserve. Once done, I'm going to put a semicolon over here. Along with this, I need library, and again it's the rserve here, and we have to again write rserve. So here we are trying to install and run our rserve. So we'll go ahead and run this command. As you can see below here, it is downloading my package, and then it is running my rserve. Here I have a warning message, but I don't have to worry about it. But this states that it is starting my rserve. So when we have seen a command that it is starting by rserve, we are good to go, and we can now go move ahead to Tableau and install our, and integrate our Tableau with R. In our Tableau workbook, I'm already connected to sample superstore data, and now I want to integrate this workbook to R. In your help option, you have setting and performance, and inside setting and performance, you have manage external service connections. When you click this, this opens an R window connectivity for you. In server, you can select your local host, or you can even select your domain through IP. 6311 is the default port for Tableau for R, and we usually do not change this port. If you need username and password to credentials to log in into your RServe, you can put these over here. You also have an option of test connection. So once when we click on this, it gives us a prompt that it is running successfully and it is connected successfully. Once we have done this, now we can write our calculations over here. The calculations can pass from our Tableau to our Rstudio. The calculation is done on this platform, and the result is got again back into Tableau in the form of table calculation. There are few scripts that are required so that we can write the R calculations perfectly. The four functions are the script bool, script int, real, and str functions. Also, always remember that any calculation that you have done on Rstudio, in Tableau, we will get back the result in the form of table calculations. So all the concepts of table calculations are then followed along. To learn more about table calculations, please go through my video of table calculations. But right now, I'll move ahead in Tableau and show you how you can write our functions there. So now, say I have the list of subcategories and I have profit. I want to highlight all those profits that are giving me a loss. This time, I am taking the help of R to do the calculation. We can open a calculated field, and I'll call it my profit R cal. Now, you will see how easy it is to write calculations in Tableau. We have to just go for script boolean. Now, the second point that I would like to mention over here is we have to write arg1. Arg1 is nothing but a way in which the WSQL identifies that this is the calculation that has to be done in R. So we are going to write that if arg1 is greater than 0, comma, then show us the sum of profit. So we can just go ahead and just write it as greater than 0. So once we have written the formula, you can see that we are getting an option of default table calculation. This means that the end result of the calculation we would be getting in the form of table calculation. I can hit apply, okay, and here you will notice we are getting it as a bullet because that was what the end result of my calculation is going to be. If I drop this in color, you will notice that all my false have become blue and all my true have become orange. Along with this, you will notice that my profit R calculation, that was a R calculation from me, has been defaulted as a table calculation because this comes with a delta sign, and this is how we identify a measure with a table calculation in Tableau. So here the calculation is being done on R, but we can use it as a visualization in Tableau. Moving ahead, let me just give you another example of R calculations. I'll just go ahead and name this sheet my profit indicator with R. In the next sheet, I'll just show you a way in which through R you can concatenate your two dimensions to make it one. So if I have category and subcategory in the visualization and I want to somehow integrate, combine these two columns together through the R calculation, then we can just go to this drop down and create, I'll just call it combined. And the formula that we are going to write is script, and we are going to paste the formula. We are going to use a paste here of dot arc, that is pass the calculation to R, and so it is not necessary for us that we can only write one calculation at or we can use only one field at a time. We can use multiple fields also when we are writing the calculations. So these should paste by category and by subcategory. And we're going to close this entire calculation. As you can see, again the result has been defaulted to table calculation. The calculation is valid, so we can go ahead and click on OK. But before I click on OK, please remember in the earlier calculation also you had seen, and in the string calculation also, always remember to use aggregations before your fields, because if you're not using aggregation, then somewhere you're not giving the Tableau the correct information. So our calculations will not work without the the aggregated measure. So now we can click on OK, and now I can just go ahead and drag it over here, and now you will notice that my category, that is my furniture, has been combined to bookcases. My furniture has been combined to chairs. Now we can move the earlier ones that were coming from the data pane. And this is how by now the new data can look like. Okay, I'm sorry, there's some issues with the calculation. So I can just go ahead and put this so that I'm getting a proper one. So that's how you would integrate your Tableau to R. Now, once when you want to publish this workbook to your Tableau server, there are some steps that we have to keep in mind while we are publishing this workbook to Tableau server. For those steps, please go through my blog that I have written on technicaljockey.com. That will give you an idea of how to publish your Tableau workbook with our calculations to Tableau server. That's all for now. Thank you.